In today's EduCanon, I'm going to go over every question from the Part 1 section of your test. If you would like to retake any parts of the test, you need to bring in this page with your corrections to show me that you did it, okay? So the first one, you had to find the perimeter of this shape. Well, perimeter is really just side plus side plus side plus side, okay? So I have to add all of these things together. So I would have taken 2b plus c plus 2b plus 4 plus c plus 2. That's a totally acceptable answer. I also would have liked it if you had combined like terms, okay? So I'm going to change my pen color and I'm going to say, okay, I have 2b's here, and I'm going to add another 2b's to that. All together, you have 4b's. 2 plus 2 is 4. You have, these don't have coefficients, but I'm going to write them in here. You have 1c here, 1c here. So 1c plus 1c, I have plus 2c's, and I don't want to forget my whole numbers. I have plus 4 and plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. So this was your answer for number 1. 4b plus 2c plus 6. Now they gave us numbers to substitute in for our variables. So I'm going to rewrite my expression first. But you know what? I'm going to expand it with a dot. That's going to remind me that multiplication is going on in that term. So it's 4 times 12 plus 2 times 14 plus 6. If I follow the order of operations in this expression, it's going to tell me to do my multiplication first. This is going to be 48 plus 28 plus 6. I'll add these two first, and I'm going to get 76 plus 6. And when you take that final sum, you get a simplified answer of 82. So that was number 1. Number 2. This one was very tricky, okay? Number 2, Mrs. Haluska wrote an expression on the board. I'm going to rewrite it down here on my paper to make sure I have enough space to complete the problem. If I were one of Mrs. Haluska's students, the first thing I would have done is drawn the arrow to remind myself I'm using the distributive property. And what am I distributing? Multiplication. Okay, so I have 6x plus 12y plus 12z's when I multiply that out. And then I have 2x's. I have a minus sign here, so I'm going to bring it down, and it's minus 2z. I'm going to change my pen color again. Okay, this was 1 point earned on the test. If you could have at least applied the distributive property correctly and written that statement. Now you're responsible for understanding you have to combine like terms. 6x's plus another 2x's gives you 8x's. 12y's, oh, there's no more 12y's, so I'm just going to bring down that plus 12y. Plus 12z minus 2z, and I always think of this, I'm up 12z's, looks like that, and I take 2 of them away, and I'm still up z's. I still have 10 of the z's left. Okay, now also, so this is the answer I got. So I'm going to check Mrs. Haluska's students. Jonathan has 6x plus 12y plus 9z. I know he is not correct because we have 8x's, he only has 6x's. Okay, now I'm going to go to Doug's response. Doug's response matches Mrs. Haluska's combined like terms version, so I know Doug is correct. But I'm not done there. I still have to check Shanna. Shanna's answer here, I have to apply my distributive property. Hers might be the same, but I'm really not sure. 2 times 4x is 8x plus 12y plus 10z. Oh my god. Shanna's is also an equivalent expression. So the answer to this is Doug and Shanna. Okay, number 3. Scroll down here. Okay, number 3. Oh my god, I'm going to make this incredibly easy for you. 45 minutes per day. You are doing this for 4 days a week. So you're going to scale it up. Times 4 times 4. That's 180 minutes in her 4 days a week of running. That's really 180 minutes per 1 week. Well, she does this for 10 weeks. So you do times 10 times 10. It's 1,800 minutes total that she is running laps. They want your hourly rate. So watch what I go back and do. I did 45 minutes each day. I did 4 days. I did a week. I did 10 weeks. I still have 600 laps here. And I have hourly rate. So I'm going to take my 1,800 minutes total and divide it by 60. That's going to give me how many hours that she ran total, her hourly rate. Now you have 600 laps in 30 hours. Well, you don't care about 30 hours, you want 1 hour. So scale it down. Divide by 30, divide by 30. She does 20 laps per hour. Some of you might be thinking, oh my god, I'm totally confused. Let me simplify this for you. This is just trying to make a connection to all the ratio stuff we have been doing. All you have to do is 45 times 4 times 10. That equals 1,800 minutes. Once you get your minutes, you have to divide it by 60 to get your hours. And the last thing you have to do is 600 laps divided by 30. And that's 20 laps per hour. Okay, last two. We can do this. This one, super easy. 48 lollipops, 72 pieces of gum, 120 erasers. I know they're all divisible by, I'm going to guess 6. So I'm going to get 8, 9, 20. Oh, I did something wrong. This is Kramer. 72 divided by 6 is 12. See, even I make mistakes when I'm rushing. 8, 12, and 20, all divisible by 2. Ooh, these are all divisible by 2 again. Now the only factor these have in common is 1, so I'm going to stop. And I'm going to multiply the stuff on the F. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. And you just look down. Oh my god, I made a mistake again. See, I wonder if you're paying attention so you can watch what I'm doing wrong. Let me go back and check my work. 48 divided by 6 is 8. 72 divided by 6 is 12. 120 divided by 6 is 20. Ooh, I found my mistake. I wonder if you can find your mistake on your test. 8 divided by 2 is 4. I hope you make fun of me when you come in Monday after watching this video. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. There's 2 lollipops in each bag, 3 pieces of gum, and 5 erasers. Okay? Last one. Okay, this one really should be a piece of cake. Okay, they give you the variables. T is for time, D is for distance. Draw your arrows. For here, I'm actually going to take my calculator out if I can find my calculator. I'm working with a different, I'm working on a different computer today. So here it is, okay. So I'm going to do 130 divided by 2. That's 65. That means for 1 hour, I'm going 65 miles. So I'm taking 1 and I am multiplying it by 65 to get 65. I'm taking 65 and dividing it by 65 to scale it down to 1. Okay, so follow your arrows. T times 64 is D, or 65 T equals your distance. Follow your arrows again. Distance divided by 65 equals T. I can't tell you how many people did not put time in hours, distance in miles here. Okay, now they say, okay, 1 hour, that should have been 65 miles. 2 hours should be 130, 195, 260, 325. I'm going to keep going here. 65 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's going to give you 390. And if you add another 65 to that, you're going to get 455. Okay, and really all you had to do is plot your points and connect it with a straight edge. And I have the luxury of using a computer, so I will try to make my straight edge here, and your graph should have looked something like that. Now the last question asks me how many miles they've done in 8.5 hours. So I have to use the equation that says miles equals, it's actually D for distance equals, and that one's this one. The distance is 65 times your time. So I'm going to do 65 times 8.5. And it's going to be an answer of 552.5 miles, or 0.5. Bring your corrected sheet to class on Monday. If you want to retake the quiz, you can bring this to your study session during 4th period lunch on Monday, and your retake will be 4th period on Tuesday. Thank you for watching this video and doing the EduCanon.